Does anybody have any questions or want to share anything? So Lorraine says she's sore today. So if that is the case and that does happen, you do a little less, right? Based on where your body is at any given moment. That's why we want to be aware of what's going on, to be present, to be a witness, so that we are aware. Today, my left hip hurts me. So I'm going to be very slow and a little more mindful on that side. Or I've done work in the garden, like rain, and you feel, you know, everything aches. So you're going to do a little less. And that's okay to do a little less. You're slower. Maybe you skip some poses. Maybe you don't do as much. That's okay, right? You feel a little lethargic today. Maybe you modify your breathing and you take fuller, deeper breaths, right? Or you can do any of the breath work on your own, even while you're practicing here. You can practice longer exhales, shorter inhales, or you can use a count to your breath while we're practicing. It's all, you've learned so much and you have techniques. If something resonates with you, you do it while you're on the practice, right? You can do any of those breathing techniques on your own while we're moving, right? So your practice your way based on what you recognize how your body is in that day. And I think this is really good to just keep on reminding you, I'm a tour guide here, right? You don't have to take every tour. You don't have to do everything. I'm just here to give you suggestions, and it's up to you what you do with those suggestions. I'll suggest lifting your arms. You can lift them however you need to lift them today. I'll suggest moving one way. If that doesn't work for you today, you breathe with us and that's it, right? If you're having trouble and you're really tired and you really can't move your body, just come anyway and breathe with us. Doing a couple of simple things is better than not doing anything, always, okay? So we're at 11:30, so I'm just going to mute everybody now. Okay. We're all muted. So we are going to start with a couple of things based on what's going on right now. So there's a lot of wind, a lot of air, a lot of energy moving. That's Vata. And so we base our practice on that. More grounding that helps us to feel stable in that tumultuous wind. When we have a Vata constitution, when we're more air, when we tend to move more and we tend to be that type that's quick and we float around quickly, the wind only kind of just makes us scattered, or our thoughts, we can't grasp our thoughts, or we feel a little more anxious or irritable. So the sense of grounding and stability and our breathing is so important to help stabilize. So the mudra we're going to use today is Garuda Mudra, and it helps to balance. It is the energy of fire, so it helps to balance the air, the movement, the wind. So Garuda Mudra, you're going to turn your palms to face in towards you, and we're going to start out with the right palm to the left and sliding it over to the left until you interlock your thumbs. So the thumbs interlock. So like eagle wings, Garuda means bird or eagle. So this is the wings of the bird. So then you're going to lower your hands down to a place where it feels comfortable. You can even rest your arms against your chest or your belly. Relax your hands. And then close your eyes. And let's focus on our breathing. Slow breaths right now. We're not forcing the breath or taking deep breaths. We're just aware of how we're breathing right now. Maybe the breath is a shallow breath and it's just coming from the top of your chest. And that's something that as we get older, we tend to do. We take shallower breaths. But that's okay. Just watch your breath right now. And I'm just going to share with you the benefits of Garuda Mudra because there's so many. The practice of Garuda Mudra helps get rid of muscle spasms and tightness and upset stomachs. And as I said, it balances Vata. So Vata is wind, and that energy of too much movement. It's the easiest practice to help with fearlessness and the sense of feelings of letting go of situations, of emotions, of trapped anxiety, tension. It's beneficial for your digestive system because it increases the fire energy there so that we can digest food more easily. It's useful in getting rid of lethargy and fatigue because it energizes the body. It's a soothing gesture for the mind so that it helps cure stress and anxiety and brings calm. As I said, it stimulates the fire, which warms up and lubricates the dry air. And it removes stagnant body fluids. Cancer patients get the most benefits from Garuda Mudra because it maintains lymphatic drainage and it stimulates the lymphatic system. It regulates the blood circulation of the body. So as the hands are placed in this position, they're placed in 3 different directions. So the fingers point left and right, and the thumbs point up. So therefore, it improves the efficiency of the major body organs, the kidneys, the lungs, the heart, and the stomach. And one of the reasons why I chose this today is because it helps all respiratory ailments. And this time of year when allergy season comes, this is a perfect practice. And then finally, it's beneficial to build a strong immunity. So if this practice resonates with you, to get the most benefits out of this, it's practiced 3 times a day, 5 to 15 minutes at each period. If there's issues with high blood pressure, you may not want to do it as much because it increases blood circulation and blood flow. And now we're going to switch. So we have the right hand or right wrist in front of the left. So you're going to open the palms out and then you're going to switch. You're going to be your left palm in front of the right and interlock the thumbs. And then rest your hands on your body. And notice that this might feel a little different, a little odd for you. And see if you can grow comfortable with that. And how we grow comfortable is the sense of letting go, the sense of surrender, the sense of allowing what is the way it is. And now let's go back to our breathing again. Go back to your breathing and notice it again. And now let's try to shape it a little bit so we can take fuller, deeper breaths. So as you breathe in, feel your belly rise. And as you breathe out, draw your belly in towards your spine. And let's just do that for a few rounds. So know that when you breathe in and your belly expands, the diaphragm can create space and move down so the lungs can expand more. When the belly draws in. As you exhale, the diaphragm pushes up towards the lungs and expels the air out of the lungs. Let's see if we can expand that breath a little bit without force. When you breathe in, feel your belly rise and maybe feel your lower ribs expand. When you breathe out, feel your ribs knit together and your belly draw towards the spine. And let's do this for a few rounds. We're not forcing. Our body's aligned and we surrender and let go. Finding the balance between ease and engagement. Ease and effort. Stira and sukha. We've done this for a while. Maybe this is your doable edge. If you can, let's see if we can deepen this. So you breathe in, your belly rises. Fill your lungs into the top of your chest. And then slowly exhale. Let the whole of the rib cage knit together and the belly draw in. Breathe with a sense of openness and expansion and acceptance. Let go of any tightness, any struggle. Accepting your breath the way it can flow to you naturally. And then go to the back of your body, the back of the torso, and feel the breath there. Feeling that breath expand from the waist, the rib cage, into the upper back, the rib cage, lower and upper. And let's just breathe with the awareness here on the back body for a few more breaths. See if you can enjoy the sensation of breathing. And now wiggle your fingers and then bring the palms of your hands together. Bring the thumbs to touch the center of your chest. And let's open our class with an Om. Inhale. Om. Lower your hands down to your lap. Setting the intention to breathe fully and deeply, clearing out those lungs. Slide the palms of the hands toward your knees, and as you exhale, round to cat pose, bow your chin toward your chest and relax the shoulders away from the ears. On your inhale, sit up tall, lift the chest, gather up those shoulder blades and draw them down towards your waist. Feel spacious and openness across your collarbones from shoulder to shoulder. And now let's bring movement into this. As you exhale, start from the lower half of your body first. The tailbone curls under, the waist moves, the upper back, the mid back, upper back, towards the wall and back of your cat pose. And on your inhale, start again from the lower half of the body. The pelvis tilts, the waist lifts away from the belly, the chest lifts away from the waist. The head lifts, but keep length on the back of your neck. On your own, continue with your breath rhythm. So here's where you can use that count while you're breathing. Walk 4-count breath, an inhale for 4, a pause and an exhale for 4, Samavitri, or Durga Swasana. 3-part yoga breath. Or you can let your in breath be longer than your out breath. This is your practice, your way. You've done this before. You know the breath work and you know what works for you. Remember that the breath is the gas, the body is the car. So the breath is the gas that moves the car. not the other way around. Without the breath, the body is not going to move. Remember, if you start to get dizzy at any point, just come to stillness and sit with your chin tucked in, drawing the energy down towards the center of your body. As you do this, experience your sitting bones. This is your foundation, the soles of your feet and sitting bones. So as you do this, notice if both sitting bones stay balanced. If one lifts as you're moving, maybe slow the movement down, maybe not go so deep into the movement. So as to keep those sitting bones balanced. One last time. And then when you come into your cow pose, the next time you come to your cow pose, hold that pose there. Where your heart is lifted, your chin is lifted, but there's space behind the back of your neck. And then lift your toes, spread them wide apart. Lower your toes down, and then roll your spine to a neutral position. Lean to the right. Bring your left thumb into your left hip crease. Get soft on your right side. Firm that left thumb down towards the seat of the chair. So this encourages you to lift your ribs away from your waist on the left side. Relax your right ear over towards your right shoulder without force. Breathe into the left side of your body, from the sole of your left foot, up that left leg, up the side of the torso, up the side of the head and neck, and back down. If you'd like to add to this, you can float your left arm forward and up, lengthening to the fingertips, noticing how that might change your practice. Lower your left hand down to your lap. Notice how the breath maybe deepens this arch to the side. Firm your feet to the floor. Both feet rise up. Come back to neutral spine. Just notice your left side and your right side. And now we move to the other side. So lean over to the left. Relax your left shoulder. Soften that whole left side. Slide the thumb of your right hand into the hip crease on that right side. Point your elbow back. Firm the thumb down towards the seat of the chair to lift that right rib cage away from the waist. Keep both of your sitting bones equally balanced on the chair. If you'd like, let your head, left ear, just melt over to the left side a little more. Watch your breath. What breath did you choose? Are you watching your inhale and exhale? Is it smooth and even, long and deep? Mouth gently closed, breathing in and out through your nose, if you can, when you can. If you'd like, extend your right arm forward and up. Noticing any change in your practice just by that simple movement of lifting your arm. Right palm facing down. Relax that right elbow so the palm is facing your face. Turn the right palm to face your face. There you go. Keep your torso where it is. Lower your right hand down to your lap. And then slowly make your way up to a neutral spine. Lower your arms down alongside your body. Sit up tall. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Just go side to side. Let your head move with your torso. So you're moving from your waist. And if that movement really isn't so much, that's okay. Just let it come from your waist. Keep both of your sitting bones on the earth. Your arms are dangling down, and the movement comes right around below your rib cage, where your waist and navel is. Make sure you're not turning your head side to side. You're keeping it in line with your chest. So the whole movement is right there. Your awareness is right there around your waist. And then when you twist to the right, stay there and bring your left hand to rest on the outside of your right leg, or let it rest on the top of the right leg. Ground through your feet and your sitting bones. And as you firm, sitting bones and feet, see if you can imagine that you get a little lighter and your torso lengthens. Lift your right shoulder, roll it back and down. So if you feel that shoulder blade move a little closer to the left one. Lift your left shoulder, roll it back and down, and feel your left shoulder blade move a little closer to the right. If that means that that left arm comes in a little bit closer to center, that's okay. Feel spacious from shoulder to shoulder. Now you can turn your head to the right if you have no neck issues. Go back to the full length of each inhale and exhale. Turn your head back to center and untwist. Lower your arms down alongside you and just let your body twist side to side. And then when you twist to the left, stay there. Bring your head back in line with your chest. And then bring your right hand over towards your left leg without forcing it. Same thing, lift your left shoulder, roll it back and down, guide that left shoulder a little closer to the right. Lift your right shoulder, roll it back and down, and feel your right shoulder blade move a little towards the left. Lengthen your tailbone down towards the seat of the chair as you lengthen the crown towards the sky. Feel the twist coming from the navel center. Find that space where there's ease, easeful effort. Then if you'd like, turn your head to the left. Where is the balance between ease and effort? Breath full, long and deep. Maybe your exhale is longer than your inhale. Maybe it's equal in length. Observe. And now untwist, hands to your lap. Lift your right heel and circle your right ankle. So weight comes onto the big toe mound, then the pinky toe mound, big toe mound, pinky toe mound. And then reverse it the other way. And place your right heel on the earth. Lift your left heel and circle. Big toe mound, pinky toe mound, circle the ankle. Reverse that circle. Notice which ankle might be a little more easeful. If you notice a little staccato movement, that just means that area, the muscles are weaker, the joint is weaker. The energy is not flowing as easeful. Consistent practice brings ease of movement, strength of muscles, strength of bones, energy flowing. Place your left heel back down on the floor. Keep your heels rooted, lift your toes. Lift the front of the foot, separate the toes, then lower the big toe mound down first. Lower the big toe, the second toe, the third, the fourth, and the pinky toe. Lift your toes, lift the front of your foot. This time lower down the pinky toe mound, then lower the pinky toe, the second, the third, the fourth, and the big toe mound. Beautiful. Lift the heels, lower them down. Ground your feet on the floor, tighten your buttocks, squeeze your buttocks. Imagine your torso getting a little longer, a little lifted. Feel your upper thighs, upper legs engage. On your exhale, relax. Let's add if you'd like, so you can continue that way. Otherwise, if you'd like, from the feet to the floor, tighten the buttocks, lengthen the torso, and lift the arms. On your exhale, relax the arms down, relax the buttocks. Keep the feet grounded. Firm the feet, tighten the buttocks, lift the arms, breathe in, breathe out, and lower down. Continue with the arms or without the arms, doesn't matter. What we're doing here is strengthening the upper legs, all around the buttocks, the belly tightens, strengthening those large, strong muscles there. Your practice, you can go as slow or as quick as works for you. Remember to pause if your breath is pausing between in and out breath. Last time, notice your heart rate. Maybe with the lift of the arms and lower, the heart rate quickens. Slow, long breaths. On your exhale, bring your knees in towards each other, a little squeeze. On your inhale, bring your knees back to neutral. Exhale, hug your legs together. Inhale back to neutral, couple of those. Engage your stomach muscles as you do this. Remember, the legs don't have to touch. We're just engaging those muscles. One more. And come back to center. On your inhale, slide your right leg long and lift your chin. On your exhale, lower your chin, neutral. Slide your right leg back in. Inhale, slide your left leg out. Lift your chin. Inhale, bring the leg back in, head to neutral. Continue side to side. One more on the right side. And then one more on the left side. Deep breath in and a slow breath out. Firm your left leg, upper leg, firm that left foot to the floor. As you inhale, extend your right leg, bring it out to the side and up, making a half circle. On your exhale, bring it out to the side and let the heel touch the floor. Right leg is long. Inhale the leg out to the side and up. Exhale the leg out to the side and down. Rest when you need to rest. Continue. There's an inhale and a lift, a semicircle, and a lower. Maybe taking a break for a breath between each round. Be aware of sitting up tall and your core engaged. One more. Take your time. Let that heel rest on the floor and rock the leg side to side. And step your right foot to meet left. Observe the right side and the left side. Firm your right leg, right foot to the floor, upper leg engaged. Draw the belly up and in. Slide your left leg long. Inhale the leg out to the side and up. Exhale out to the side and down. Rest the heel on the floor. Pause. Inhale, left leg out to the side and up. Exhale out to the side and down. Continue on your own. Notice if you start to round your spine. If you start to round your spine, then maybe not lift or make a big circle, or maybe not even make the circle, maybe just lift and lower. Your practice, your way. Your right heel is grounded, your right thigh is engaged, your belly's engaged, lifting and lowering, your time, your space, your practice, your way. Last one. Let the heel rest on the floor with the toes pointed forward. Rock the leg side to side. And come back to center. Step your left leg to meet right. Sway the knees side to side, sending a signal to the legs to release any tension that you might have created. Beautiful. Back to center. Inhale deeply, sit up tall. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Lift your right foot and step it out to the side. Lift your left foot, step it out to the side. So your knees are bent, the soles of your feet are on the floor, and your knees are pointed in the same direction as your feet are, out to the sides. Hands are resting on your knees, and as you exhale, bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. On your inhale, come back up to center. On your exhale, let the left shoulder move towards the right knee. On your inhale, come back to center. Continue side to side. And think about maybe your chest rather than your shoulder. Let your head be neutral. Observe where you feel the stretch. Observe also what muscles are supporting and strengthening. One more on each side. So end with the left shoulder, left right knee. Sit up tall. See if you can bring your shoulders over your hips. Firm through your heels. Lift your arms forward and up. And then open those elbows out and down. Bring the hands to Gyana Mudra. Goddess pose. See if you can draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Ribs lifted. Imagine that you're going to come out of the chair. Feel your inner outer thighs engage. Lift your left heel. Place it back down on the floor. Lift your right heel. Place it back down. Continue side to side. And then plant both heels. As you exhale, bring your elbows, keep the bends to those arms and bring your elbows in towards your rib cage. Give a little hug in. On your inhale, lift the elbows no higher than shoulder height. And let's just continue here. Exhale and draw those upper arms in towards the rib cage. A little hug. Inhale and lift. Continue. Imagine that your shoulder blades come a little closer together as you hug those arms in. With your breath. Last one. And then lift the arms no higher than shoulder height, maybe slightly below, so you're not hiking up the shoulders. Extend your arms straight out, away from each other, thumbs up. Turn your head to the right. Turn your right palm down. Turn your head to the left. Turn the left palm down. Belly's drawn up and in, rib cage lifted. Turn your head to the right. Turn your right palm up. Turn your head to the left. Turn your left palm up. Bring your head to center. Turn your palms down. Release your hands down alongside you. Relax your arms. Bring your hands to your lap. Now, see if you can stretch your left leg long with the heel resting on the earth. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Extend your arms out and away from center. Create space between your shoulder blades and then lower your arms slightly below your shoulders so your arms are not straining. Turn to look over your right fingertips. Ground through the heel of that left foot, the sole of the right foot. Look over your right middle finger, chest lifted. Bring your gaze forward. Turn the right palm up. Bring your right forearm to the right thigh. Right forearm to the right thigh. Lean over to that right side. Right side. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Too much, left hand can come to the hip. No weight on that forearm. You're just lengthening the side of your body. Release your left arm down to your left thigh. Rise up, right hand to the right thigh. Step your left foot back in. So we're back in our goddess pose. Draw up on the pelvic floor, lift up, and we're going to switch sides. So slide your right leg long, toes pointed up. Extend your arms out to that T position. Think about rising and lengthening. Relax your shoulders down. Look over your left fingertips. Lengthen in opposing directions and breathe. Warrior 2, seated. Beautiful. Turn your left palm up. Turn your head to center. Bend that left arm and bring the left forearm to the left thigh. Left forearm to the left thigh, palm up. Turn your right palm to face forward. The thumb is up. Bring your right arm alongside the right ear, or you can bring your right hand to your hip. What's right for you? Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the sense of length and lift through your torso. Release your right hand down to your right thigh. Turn your left palm down to the left thigh. Rise up and step your right foot to the earth. Lift your toes, turn them in. Let the knees turn in towards each other. Lift the heels, turn them in. Point your toes forward, come back to seated pose. Cross your hands over your chest. Flutter your eyes open, and let's come up to standing. Release your arms down. Step to the right, so you're going to bring your left hip to face the side of the chair. Bring your left hand to rest on the top of the chair and stretch your legs out so that one foot, the left foot, should be underneath the seat of the chair. Turn your left toes to the left. Left toes should point to the left, foot solid on the floor. Lift your right toes, just turn them in, or lift that right heel and turn it out a little. So your right toes should be pointing to the left. Your left toes should be pointing to the left. It's okay to let that right hip just roll to the right. Bring your right hand to your rib cage and twist your ribs to the right. So even though the hip is turning in, the ribs and the waist are facing forward. Right hand to your right hip. It's okay to have a soft bend to that left knee. Think about moving from the hip crease. So your hips move to the right, hips move to the right, and left shoulder moves to the left, and then rise up. So we're not coming forward, we're leaning hips to the right, like you're a little teapot, and you're dipping over without changing anything in your knee. So if you start to dip and then you're bending the knee, then don't dip so far. You don't have to come that far, right? Keep alignment. Feel the sense of groundedness through the soles of your feet. Beautiful. And now the next time you tip over to that left, stay there. Think about moving your heart towards the sky. So we're moving the rib cage to the right, stacking those shoulders. If you feel good here, you can maybe bring your left fingertips to the chair or keep them on the top of the chair. Think about lifting up from the pelvic floor, lifting up the belly, but also think about lengthening your tailbone towards the right heel. Relax your head and neck. If you feel strong and stable here, you can extend your right arm up to the sky or keep your hands on the hip. Imagine that you're encouraging your legs to move away from each other so your feet are your foundation. Beautiful. One more breath here. Really bend your left knee. Press into your left heel. Bring your right hand to your hip and rise up. Lift your left toes, turn them in. Step your legs hip width apart. Left hand is on the top of the chair. Ground through your left foot. 5-pointed star, or 4-pointed, 5-pointed, yeah. Start to lift your right leg and lean. This time, lean to the left a little. Point the right toes out and extend your right arm out. You don't have to. If you'd like to try, you can extend your left arm out. And you can let that toe, right toe, just kind of bounce or come to the floor. And then bring your left hands back to the chair, right hand to your hip, step your right leg in. Beautiful, new pose. Let's come to the other side. Same thing, other side. So you're going to bring that right foot underneath the chair. Right hand on the top of the chair. Legs are nice and wide. So the wider your legs are, the easier this pose is. If you're here, I know for me, I can't move my hips if my legs are close together. They just won't go. Do you see the amount I can move my hips if my legs are close together? If my legs are wide apart, I can move from the hip crease more. So know that your limitation is really when the legs are closer together. So legs are nice and wide apart. Lift your right toes, point them to the right. So right toes are pointed to the right. Left foot, either the left toes should be facing forward or the toes should be pointing in toward your right foot. Never turn the left toes out to the side. So at least they should be pointed forward. Same thing as what we did before, left hand to left hip. Don't lock your right knee joint, let it be soft. And then you're moving from your hips. So the hips move to the left as you lower your right shoulder, shoulder moves to the right, come back up. And then just continue. So you're moving from the hips. Without moving the legs. And then the next time that you hinge over to that right side, make sure that you're not locking your knee joint, but you're not bending it. So there's not a full bend. That's a totally different practice unless you have tight hips or an issue with your knees. There's equal weight on both feet. Think about your ribs just moving forward, and then your heart opening up towards the sky. Right hand can come to the chair if you'd like, or you can keep it right where it is. Left arm can come straight up to the sky. Trikonasana, triangle pose. You are strengthening the lower half of your body. So the upper half of your body should be really relaxed. The lower half of your body is what's holding you up, your foundation. So the sides of your feet, your heels are grounded. And as you firm your feet to the earth, you'll feel your whole body start to lengthen up. Beautiful. Breathe. Beautiful. Lower your left hands down. Rise up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn your right toes to face in. Step your left leg in. 5 pointed stars. So first, find your mountain pose. Toes are pointed forward. Upper legs engaged, feet grounded. All 3 corners, big toe mound, pinky toe mounds, heel. Right hand can be on the chair. You're going to lean just a little over to the right. Extend your left arm out. Lift the left leg up and point the left toes. And then if you'd like, if you feel stable here, you can stretch your right arm out or not. Just keep it on the chair. It doesn't matter. Breathe and find that beautiful star that you are. Lower your hands back down to the chair if it was lifted. Bring your left hand in, bring your left foot back in. Beautiful. Shake it out. Let's come to the back of the chair. A little stretch of those legs. I'm going to come to the side. Step your right leg out. And then toes are on the floor. Place the heel on the floor so you bend that left leg. Tuck the belly in. Lengthen the tailbone towards the pubic bone. Lift your right kneecap. On your exhale, lift the right heel. Bend the right knee. Sink down a little. Inhale, stand up and place that heel on the floor. Exhale and inhale, couple more. Doesn't matter how far down you go, using the strong muscles of your upper legs, keeping your core engaged. And every time you stand, that heel grounds and the kneecap lifts. Last one. Feel your left leg support you. Step your right foot to meet left. Same thing, second side. Ground through your right foot. Lift the left leg. Step it back, front of the foot, back of the heel. When you ground, you're going to bend that right leg automatically. Check in. If you feel wobbly, it could just mean, if you feel wobbly, it could just mean that your legs are like this. You know, they're not underneath each hip. So if you feel wobbly, you can either step your left leg out or wiggle your right leg out so that your feet are hip width. Your left leg should not be behind the right. So look back and make sure that you're not doing this and your hip is not turning out to the left. That's really important because, first of all, we want to focus on alignment, the hips facing forward, but it's also, it helps with balance. Now, as you exhale, you're going to lift that left heel and sink down. On your inhale, you're going to plant that heel and rise up. Let's just do this a couple rounds. Use your upper legs. Last one. Lower and lift. Bring the weight into your right leg. Step your left leg forward. Okay, let's come back to the front of the chair. Make sure, don't sit down just yet. Walk back so you can feel the back of that chair behind you. Cross your arms over your chest. Hug your navel in. Firm your heels, buttocks comes back and lower all the way down. Hands to your lap. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel right now. Did your breath quicken? What muscles tell you that they've been worked? Send the energy of love and gratitude to those muscles. Send the energy of love and gratitude to your whole body for what it's done for you today. Let's bring our hands back to Garuda Mudra. So turn your palms to face forward. Interlock your thumbs whichever way. Bring your hands, your palms just rest on your chest. Eyes closed, relax your shoulders. Pay attention to the beating of your heart and your chest rising and falling. Send gratitude for this practice. And gratitude and thanks to yourself for coming here today. Know that you just became a little stronger, hopefully a little more peaceful. Continue to follow your chest rising and falling. And then lift your hands away from your body again. Notice which palm is on top, and you're going to switch them. So you're going to bring the opposite palm on top and interlace the thumbs. And then bring your hands back to your heart center. As you breathe in, lift your chest toward your hands. And as you breathe out, settle your shoulders and relax. Receiving the energy of Garuda Mudra into your whole being. Filling and empty. Gratitude for your body, for your breath, for your mind and spirit. And now lower your hands down to your lap with your eyes closed. Settle in for relaxation. In your mind, repeat, I relax my feet. I relax my ankles and lower legs. I relax my knees and upper legs. I relax my belly and buttocks. I relax my waist, rib cage, chest, and upper back. My muscles still supporting my spine, but in a peaceful and easeful way. All internal organs resting and digesting, working harmoniously with each other. My breath is peaceful, easeful, smooth, even, and balanced. I recognize how good it feels to breathe this way. I relax my shoulders. I relax them completely. I relax my upper arms and elbows, my forearms and wrists. I relax my hands, my fingers, palms, knuckles. I relax my throat and the back of my neck. I relax my scalp, my right ear, left ear. Relax my forehead, my eyebrows, and the space between. I relax my eyes and eyelids and the muscles all around my eyes. I relax my temples and jaw. Relax my nose, the space between my nose and upper lip. I relax my upper lip, my lower lip, and the space between. I relax my chin. My whole body is peaceful and relaxed. My breath is easeful. I let my mind rest this next minute. Body, mind, and spirit just resting and digesting in this space. Relax. 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 Oh. Feel your feet on the earth, your sitting bones on the chair, with that knowledge of the sense of groundedness and your bones supporting you. Sit up a little taller. Feel your breath flowing in and out. Let it deepen a little. Wiggle your fingers. Relax your hands. Wiggle your toes. Relax your feet. Lift your shoulders. Relax them down. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Bring your head back to center. Inhale and lift your arms forward and up and stretch from your sitting bones to your fingertips. If you'd like, stretch your legs out. Stretch your whole body. Place your feet back down on the earth with the sense of groundedness and supportedness. Bring the palms of your hands together. Glide them down in front of your heart. Let's close our class with an Om. Inhale. Om. Bow your mind to meet your heart. And today's quote: if it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Ivan Nuru. We close our class. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you all.